One final note about UV layout. I often see artists lay out their UVs as if the entire figure were pelt map, the way you might see a bearskin rug laid out, or something like that. And either that or the artist would take extreme measures to try and keep all of the UVs stitched together with as few seams as possible. Kind of like laid out in a Da Vinci pose almost in the UV space here. Um, and that ends up leaving a lot of UV space, empty UV space behind. These methods are usually a very inefficient way of working, and you would need a much larger texture to recreate the same look as a layout like this would provide for you. I mean, I've got a lot of things mirrored here, and I'm not saying that uh, keeping things uniquely mapped is a bad idea. I mean, a lot of newer games that they're going in that direction, but you should be smart about how you're working, and if you can get away with doing things like mirroring and splitting things off to create a better layout that is more appropriate for game res models, then you should definitely try that. But everything I've mentioned here should serve as a guide only and not as a strict set of rules for you to follow when laying out the UVs for your own models. Every model and situation is going to be different, and you have to be able to assess the circumstances and adapt accordingly. The bottom line is always what you can do to make the model look the best it can within the limitations that you are given. Making sure your model is optimized and still looks good can be a daunting task, but putting in the time to create a proper UV layout is a big step in the right direction. Having to go back and redo some UVs because of a mistake can really kill my artistic momentum, especially if I've already started texturing. This is why I highly recommend you make sure that your model is accurate and complete before moving on to baking the maps. In the next video, I'll discuss baking maps in greater detail. There are a lot of different kinds of maps out there that you can use for different effects. I'll be going over the most commonly used ones and how to go about creating them.